missom jistħu fawning around him. Great expectations li ġej. You see, bniedem li ħadinna r-rikkezzi li jenna, batinna gunboat. He fooled that socialist, the man I was talking about, who believed his own socialist lies, who believed that talking to this clown is the same as talking to Lord Carrington. He believed his own philosophy, socialist philosophy of equality, and he got his answer, you see, because force is the only thing that these people understand. So that's it. We still have the same policy. Stop them at 14 miles and boot out the others within a very short time, which can easily be done if you make their lives arduous enough.
Okay. You've often accused the church of being corrupt. Do you subscribe, therefore, to what Marx said when he stated that religion is the opium of the masses?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do subscribe. Here's the opium and how. Illum aħna għandna Knisja Kattolika korrotta illi the prime traitor of this country. Immigration started because of the church. One single Monsignor, 30 years non-stop, jaħdem lejlu nar bla wafqin biex indaħlu s-suwet u nitimawhom u ntuhom il-jobs għadu jċempel sal-lum biex idaħluhom u jimpiegawhom. Ħafax iċempluli jiena businessman. Jgħidu li taf minn ċempel il-bira normal. Dak għalli ma għandi tnejna u impiegawni għara dak xej. Tradiment tal-Knisja. Wara li dil-Knisja tul iż-żminijiet għaxret il-dal-poplu, fixed deposit, savings account, ġojjelli, debijiet, fidet, għalieqi, bini, l-aħjar toroq, wara li 30% ta' Malta kienet fideja, property-wise, it-traditu dal-poplu l-Knisja. Issa trid li l-Afrikani namduhom, mhux xorta socialism equality, mhux xorta Afrikanu, Malti, mhux xorta tnejn ruħ waħda għandhom, mhux xorta. Ikonna l-daw minn flok il-tradiment. A church which has lost all its original spirituality, the spirituality of its founder, the only Christian to have ever existed.
Some say that the university is a breeding ground for liberal ideas.
It is.
Does such a state of fact make you fear the modern-day student, perhaps?
First of all, I fear nobody. Għaxina sono apposto con me stesso. Issa. During the 60s, there was the so-called student revolution, especially in America, with a tiny minority of people behind it who orchestrated it all. A tribe which controls the media, everything. They were behind this disruption of the universities in the 60s. All belonging to rich families. The Weatherman, a guerrilla group which blew up so many buildings, killed so many innocent people. They were all belonged to this tiny tribe of rich people, which goes to show who was behind it. And they disrupted America, but worst of all, those people of the 60s, those students, are today the leaders of America. They are university professors, deans, and whatnot, and they influenced everybody else. The 60s, you see. That's how it started. And the universities, by and large, all over Europe, are left-wing strongholds. Yes. You tell me, does that make you fear young students? I have never been invited to the university, while the university invites Jesuits, illegal immigrants, and goodness knows what to deliver and carry on this brainwashing. This University of Malta never invited Norman Lowell. This is probably the first time. Which makes you wonder who is afraid of whom. I'm always available Ian, to give a talk, a lecture, a political to enter into debate, that champions of democracy. I'm available, but I've never been invited. So, con tutto il rispetto, it is the university students who seem to avoid debate. In fact, there's no debating society. Can you believe it? A university without a debating society, only Malta. And I've never been invited. So it shows that our university really is a glorified secondary school. We are not forming the complete man, the man who is able to listen and debate somebody else. You see, what they are doing is chewed gad, masticating chewed gad. U anki n-nies li jistiedu huma the old gangsters, the old politicians and whatnot. One day, organize a meeting, invite me, not in some grotty canteen, in a proper auditorium, set it up, and I can volunteer. Why not? I'm not afraid of students. Now, students should demonstrate whether they are afraid of Norman Lowell's ideas.
If I had to tell you to name your favorite or ideal, perhaps would be a better word, political leader,
Yes.
who would you mention?
Excellent. Look, the Times asked this question to every MEP candidate during the last elections. And I jotted, without hesitation, within a second, I jotted Ron Paul, the American libertarian, quite well known. Now, it's interesting that most of the other MEPs, some of them elected, including Professor Edward Cicluta, mentioned Obama as their favorite Aradakshi. Here we have a man who is, this the title, a Stalinist, a completely unsuitable candidate. His grandmother swears she assisted his mother at the birth of Obama at Mombasa Hospital in Kenya.
Scusami,
So he's not even legally eligible to be president of a man who swats a fly on primetime CNN and then touches his face after. President tal-Amerika. Iġifieri, these people, these MEPs, a lot of them, 50% of them, stated Obama, a man who, Obama, attended for 15 years the most extreme black supremacy church in America, 15 years, imbevut with hatred towards the white race. Daw poġġew Obama, il-champions tad-demokrazija tagħna li eleġġejna dak li jdolu tagħhom Obama. Norman Lowell poġġa Ron Paul, because I believe in Ron Paul. He's a libertarian. His economics are sound. He is now on record just 3 days ago. He said, I do not blame the 6 states who are thinking about seceding from the federal government to save themselves, because America's bankrupt, you say, printing trillions of money to bail out banks. Banks that lent money with no accountability and responsibility. So, my favorite politician at the moment is Ron Paul. He doesn't mince his words. His son is following his father's footsteps. They are true libertarians. Not liberals, but libertarian. Il-libertarian iħallik tagħmel li trid, but you, not government, you are accountable for your actions. L-ewwel ħaġa li se jagħmel Ron Paul, la jittikutela, because he was a presidential candidate, of course, would have been to empty the prisons of all drug addicts, because he would have liberalized drugs, you see? This is it. All the drugs we mention, all this taboo, they're just drugs like cigarettes, like alcohol, like everything else. So he would have liberalized them. But throw the onus of responsibility on the user and not on government. So that is at the moment, because I find him effective and his message is sound, a libertarian.